just want to add one more note in this conversation about white settler colonialism and why to deal with it, because I think a lot of people in my position who do have the privilege and who have been raised on some version of propaganda are like asking themselves, like, why bother to do this, because it's so fraught and you can't even talk about this without getting canceled. You can't like say anything right. Yeah, like I tried and it backfired on me or whatever. And that's like very true, right? It is a fraught thing to talk about because there are a lot of tender feelings on all sides. But those tender feelings are not equally intense. That the pain and trauma and abandonment and the wounding that has been held by generations of Indigenous groups is not the same as the sheltered, privileged use of innocence that has happened to most descendants of white settler colonialism. By which I mean that the pain of feeling like called out for your ignorance because you were raised on propaganda, it does not equate to the same level of wounding that, say, like an Indigenous family has endured in the USA through tolerating boarding schools and cultural appropriation and a lot of worse things. But one of the key reasons to do this anyway, even if you're surrounded in your circles by other descendants of white settler colonialists who are deeply entrenched in this model, one reason to read the books, listen to the podcasts, start asking the questions, start talking with those family and friends about it, is that when we grant someone else full humanness, full, rounded, gorgeous, diverse humanness, we also make room for our own bigness too. And if you really like it, like if the love of diversity and the love of climate justice and all of those things, if the love for that is not quite enough to motivate you into this discussion, then maybe this will be. Because you want to be a big, rounded, nuanced, interesting person too, I think. And you can't do that if you've simplified yourself into being a cog of the white settler colonialist model. And one of the easiest ways that we can reclaim that right to our own diversity is by granting others their full humanness too.